Alright, so today we're doing tires on a Hyundai, I think it's a Sonata. These tires have TPMS sensors in them, so we will have to be cautious of that. Tires are starting to get bald, so we're going to put a set of winter tires on it. So what you should do first is inspect the outside of the rim, check if there's any weights on it, check if the rim is damaged, and then you want to check the backside. This tool right here is a partial hammer, and it has a weight remover on it. It acts as a pry tool. So you'll hook up top on the weight, just pry it off, comes off like that. And then what you're going to want to do is you will remove the valve stem core, and that is what holds all of the air inside without letting it out is the core. You'll take the valve stem cap off. You have this is your TPMS sensor right here. You can tell it's got the aluminum core on it. You're going to take the core out of the valve stem. They can be kind of tough to get out. So since this tire is a TPMS sensor, when we break the bead down, I want to hit it here and here. That way we don't break the sensor. And on the flip side, I want to do it here and here. So this pedal right here is your rotational pedal for your turntable. Push it down, goes clockwise. You lift the pedal up, table goes counterclockwise. The center pedal right here is for the bead breaking tool. You pull it, push the pedal down, push the breaker in. And then your far pedal is to clamp the rim. Push it down, it'll release the rim. You push it down and it'll expand. And there's two ways to grab the rim. You can grab the rim on the inside, right in here, using these claws, or you can grab the rim on the bead, right here, using the inside of the clamps. Today we're just going to use the very inside of the rim. Clamp it like that. We have the valve stem sitting at 12 o'clock. We're going to break the back bead down. You're going to put the valve stem now at 6 o'clock so we can break it up. Flip side. Make sure the valve stem's at the bottom. And then at the top. Now that the beads are broken on the tire, we're going to put the tire on the sheet and clamp. So you can see inside, there's the TPMS sensor. So that's what we don't want to break. So we're going to bring the arm over here. What we have here, we call it the duck bill. This is where you're going to put the tire bar to get the tire over and onto the duck head. And then this is going to be part of the way that we mount the tire over here. So you want the TPMS sensor away from the bill. That way when you spin it, you don't break the TPMS sensor. You're going to pull this down, get it against the wheel, tighten it. Then, this is your tire bar. We're going to use this end of it, not this end. So you stick it on the bead of the tire, pry up, hold it down, hit the pedal. And you want to keep that sensor in front of the bill, that way it doesn't break.
We're going to put it here, put it up. Where's the brakes?
is go through and check the bead, make sure it's nice and clean. That way there's no deformation or anything that will cause a leak. If there is, what you want to do, and grind lightly at the bead to clean it up.
I need you guys to
So what we're going to use here is bead sealer. It's kind of black going. What it does is make sure that there's no bead leak that occurs. You don't have to use it if it's especially clean, but it's more of a assurance. So just a little bit on the bead. All the way around. Then we're going to use some mounting lube. Lube the inside beads on the tire. That way we don't rip them. If the bead rips, the tire's shot. So with the sensor, you want to put it just where it starts to touch. That way we don't break it. So now we're going to seat the tire on the bead with some air. All you do is click the air hose up. Push these two paddles back here. The tire will fill up with air.
Or you can use this lever down there.
Ah! We're going to fill this tire up to 32 PSI. Got a little gauge over here. Put the cap on, then we can balance it. You want to choose the right size cone size that fits inside the tire. That one's kind of loose. That one fits nice and snug, so we're going to use the outside. Put the cone on the balancer. Just like so. Slide it all the way back. And bring the tire up. Pull it there. And then spin this on. The rubber on the outside is protect the rim and hold it center. That way it doesn't move. And then you want to push this pedal down here. That's a brake, so it doesn't just sit here and turn the tire. So push the brake down. Spin it. It's nice and tight. And then what you want to do is spin the tire and check to make sure it's not moving around too much. Make sure it's tight. Alright, so what you want to do is bring this arm in over here, just to the inside of the rim up there. And then this on the inside. You're going to want to hold them and then push the pedal. And that'll save the measurement in the machine. And then what we can do is close the hood and spin the tire. So this tire calls for ½ ounce and then 0.75. Go over and grab some weights. So over here we have a selection of weights. There's different styles. The way the weight grabs on the wheel is different for some manufacturers. But for this car we're going to use a bead. It needed a ½ ounce, 0.5, and then 0.75. So on the screen it tells you the weight and the areas. You can choose if you measure in grams, you can hit the ounce and turn it into grams. But we're going to measure in ounces today. So This machine has a laser on it that tells you right where the weight should be. You're gonna match it up with the laser. Push the brake so the rim doesn't move around. Put that weight on. And then what you're gonna do is go back up here, hit the number, and it'll flip it around, spin the rim, and you'll be able to use the outside one. So again, you hit the brake, match it up with the laser, and then you let go. Now we'll spin the tire again. Balanced out perfect. We're good to go.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna want to hold the brake down again. Just take this off. It spins off real easy. That's how you mount and balance a tire.